Alright. Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Citizen Sleeper. I'm Ruka, and I am not on the screen today. I feel like me being on the screen doesn't add a whole lot, at least for this game. So, you will see the mouse though. Maybe this is something. But, yeah, anyway, last time we did this... What's the recap from last time? We basically got here on this... What do we even call this? Is it a space station? Is it just some sort of... I think it's like a ring. We're probably like on a ring kind of place. Oh wait, we have another toll gate? Oh, 150 cryo for the next area. I see. But we are basically on some sort of station and we're being hunted. We have things to do. And there's a lot of other things also happening on this. One of the things we need to do right now, though, as far as us, is we need to find a way to stop deteriorating. Our HP bar up here has been slowly declining as we have played, with no way to recover it. And that is bad for us at the moment. We need to find a way to recover. Food, we did find a street vendor, so that should help us a little bit, but it's not gonna help our condition, our HP bar up the top. So we need to figure a way out of this mess, otherwise we can't do anything. What's this one? Oh, it's Fang. Why is he flashing right now? Sleeper. Fang catches your attention as you approach the Havenage building, leaning against a bay door to the side of the entrance. You approach. Easier to come in this way, security and all that. He gives you a look, you know. He slams a button and the bay creaks open, blinking lights in the dark behind it. You follow Fang inside. Truth be told, I don't spend much time upstairs. This is where I work. The door hisses as it closes behind you. The bay is filled with pieces of hardware, all rigged up to generators and diagnostic slates, and things you don't recognize that glow with blue screen light. There's a chorus of hums that bends into a single wave of static, filling the dark corners of the room. Fang leans on a server stack and gestures around. You like it? It's a mess. It's incredible. What is all this? He taps a nearby server stack, which bleeps in response. This is my treasure trove, all dredged up from the sea of systems we call the Eye. You wouldn't believe what this place runs on. He steps over to a towering block, speckled with vents. Some of these systems are from the original station, A1. The one Solheim built. We've had to invent new components, repair things we never built, reverse engineer entire subsystems into existence. Residents here look up to the Eye and think they are seeing a constant concrete reality. But this place is a system in a constant flux, decaying and growing, collapsing into new configurations. He walks down between the hardware stacks and you follow. We're keeping this place alive, but also remaking it into something new, dragging it away from those corporate origins. He stops. At least, that's what I'm trying to do. He turns back to face you among the flickering machines, humming all around you. I know you can see this too, Sleeper. All these systems and sections. You can, can't you? I can see it. It makes sense, right? You are between here and there, between the people and their systems. You light this place up like a beacon. That's what I need. You glance at the lights around you, and as you do, they seem to flicker, to realign, to follow your gaze. Fang notices it too. I'm guessing being a beacon isn't always ideal when you're on the run, though. They are tracking me. He pats you on the shoulder. Maybe I can help with that. There's a lot of old growth in this place. Subsystems I can't see. Access protocols lost to time and decay. Secrets. A shitload of secrets. With your help, I can unlock this place. Break off those last ghost limbs of corporate control. He lowers his voice below the hum. Even in Havenage, there's this old growth. Those whose roots trace back into those bad old days. You help me dredge up the past, and I'll see what I can do about that tracker of yours. He winks. What do you say, sleeper? I'm in. Fang pumps his fist and claps you on the shoulder. He meets your eye. You won't regret it, sleeper. Fang passes you a ragged-looking metal tab. A gift, he smiles. It's a Solheim cipher. I dug it up from the depths of the station. Slot that into an old network gate and you'll be able to pull out all kinds of secrets from the nodes inside. He walks you back to the front of the bay. Stop by bringing me whatever you can turn up. Use an emulated mind of yours and see what's out there. Let's get a picture of how things are. Those above, he nods at the ceiling, have granted me an acquisitions budget. I can pay you for whatever useful data you bring in. I know you need it. He slams the door button again. Keep it quiet and keep it clean, sleeper, and I'll see you soon. You step, blinking, back out into the passage, those flickering lights still in the back of your mind. Okay, now we can do data hacking for money. Scoping the systems. Do you want this? I guess not. That's for something else. We do need to eat. Let's see. There is this gate. Cipher. Let's see what we can get from this one. Oh wait, this is the wrong one. That's an HA cipher. I have a CC cipher. I say CC, but it's more like a circle, half circle, half circle. Where can I use this at? Maybe over here. Okay, we have gate 7 access. What does that give us? Solheim node. We haven't woken up the hunter just yet. Protocols. I wonder if there was another place I could have used that at. I guess not at the moment. That was as good a place as any. But we need key node, Solheim node. Network storage for... Okay, first things first before I deal with any of this. What's going on here? The ship was charging before. Offloading scrap freighter will stay docked for as long as many cycles as it takes to offload its hull. I see. So we can buy some scrap for whatever reason. Scrap allowance, input 20 cryo, unload containers. Fighter crew are eager to get their payload into exchange. They'll pay a wage. I see. But we don't have the muscle for that, so probably not a good idea. Let's go eat. We still have a little bit of credits left. Alright, so it does fill 3. 3 is pretty good. What's going on over here? Pay Tavla, block maintenance, engineer, low end. I need to do something. I'm not sure what I can do, but I need to do something. Blister repairs of elevators and stairways. A spoke can be navigated from the outside, but the climb requires bravery. Or enter the spoke. There are no maps. Repeatable action. One is a danger, one is risky. And this one needs money. Ort exchange. Watch list or steal dock plans. Stealing dock plans seems to be dangerous. Do I have any points? I don't have any points. Eat at the stall, extract the past, survive. There's a lot of things I can do, but I don't have a whole lot of actions I can use. Haul materials, assist a shipbuilder. Does that get me money? I don't think that gets me money. But I need progress in something. Drago's nerve seems increasingly nervous about your presence in the yard. You're not sure it's going to hold his nerve much longer. What if I do the yard clearance? Let's get some money for that one. Okay, 16 cryo is not a whole lot. But we may as well get some money for this. Alright. Good enough for now. Is there anything else I can do? I don't think so, right? A lot of these require actions. Actions I cannot do. The turns here are pretty quick at the start of the game. I'm really not sure if I can do much of anything. Input 20 cryo to get some scrap. But I can also sell scrap. Sometimes something valuable can be found among the salvage. You know what? Let's see if we can get something. What do we have? We have scrap components and ship fragments. Okay, so I bought that for 20. We go to the exchange. And we sell this. How much we get for that? We got 12 from that. Oh, okay. So we sell for a loss, but we do get some progress on this trusted trader thing. That might be kind of sort of worth it, but at the same time, I'm a little bit, don't know if I want to go that route. I don't have enough money to do that route. Thanks, Bay. I don't have any data for you. I have keys, but no data. Keys, I have no place I can actually use them at. Not at the moment, anyway. Yeah, a lot of these need, a lot of these need dice that I don't necessarily have at the moment. Honestly, though, I got all these keys, but what do the keys even do? Able to unlock stations aging maglocks, so I need it for a maglock, except I don't know where the maglocks are. I guess we just go ahead and rest. We are being hunted by something. So that's not good once that gauge fills up. I guess we go ahead and eat again today, otherwise we're gonna be in trouble. Having one action per day is not gonna be fun, let's just say that much. Okay, give me some more food. Alright. Oh, the doctor is in. The first thing you see on entering is the glint of Toshiro's implants, like a cat's eyes. In the dark of the corridor, he nods you in as you arrive at Sabine's door. The entryway is still dark and you push through the sheeting into the surgery. I have it. Sabine stands with a case open in front of them. A set of vials lined up inside, separated by foam inserts. They pick one up, rotating it in the warm light. I have no idea how Yatagan. They trail off. We should treat this with caution. It looks authentic, but I have no idea if it really is what it appears to be. I'm the test case? That seems to be the case. Unfortunately, I'm not sure if we have another choice. They gesture for you to sit on the bed. The stabilizer works under a similar principle to an immunosuppressant in a transplant operation, in that it stops your body from rejecting the unfamiliar part of itself. In the case of your frame, the unfamiliar part is each of your biosynthetic organ groups, which over time are identified by your body as foreign material and therefore must be eliminated. Sabine holds up a vial of the would-be stabilizer. However, unlike an immunosuppressant, the stabilizer doesn't do this by limiting your entire immune system. Instead, it re-encodes your biosynthetic organs with new protein chains which act as passcodes within your immune system. The stabilizer refreshes those passcodes, keeping your frame from rejecting all of its own organs. Passcodes? In very basic terms, yes. They sigh. Look, what matters here is that the stabilizer should be able to encode any organic or biosynthetic matter to be accepted by your immune system. They glance away, at least if the stabilizer is genuine. The only way to know for sure is to inject the vial. They begin readying the syringe. I will start with a small dose to limit the risk. Okay, let's do it. Sabine cracks the glass neck of the stabilizer vial and uses a syringe to extract a fraction of the liquid. They tap the syringe and you watch as if any sign might emerge from the clear liquid. You barely feel the needle, your frame registering the initial injection but with little response. A sensation begins to spread from the site. A fizzing, trembling wave that disperses through your arm with incredible speed. Your vision goes white and then it returns. And when it returns, Sabine appears encased in shards of sparkling light that slowly fade into darkness as you settle back against the bed. You swim in darkness, muffled noises, like an argument heard from underwater, prickling waves of cold. When you sit back up, Sabine is sitting in a chair by the window, facing away from you, backlit by the glow of their slate. Awake? What happened? The stabilizer is genuine. They sit down beside the bed. I don't know how Yadagun acquired a case of this stuff, but they did. Sabine looks troubled, distracted. You should rest some more, but you are going to have to do that somewhere else. They gesture to the door. I have other patients. Sorry. Sabine nods towards the case. I'm afraid I can't offer you any more doses. You are going to need to pay for your next dose. Silence fills the room and they return to their glowing state. Looking around the room, it seems different somehow, as if things have moved or shifted. You wonder how long you've been out. Sabine? Nothing comes free, sleeper. Remember that. You manage to get to your feet and wander out into the hallway. The queue stretches down the flickering corridor. Toshiro stands impatiently by the door and fixes you with a glare as you leave. You lower your eyes as you stumble past, somehow faintly aware of the station spinning beneath you. Okay, how much is this gonna cost me now? 100! Okay, I guess we gotta scrap together 100 credits for the next dose. Ugh, jeez, what am I gonna do now? Well, yard clearance, we can try doing this. I also want to see if I can hack with some data and see how much that brings in. I guess let's give this a shot. Bypass. Okay, we got some data. And that sort of alerted the hunter. That is not good. We have any more data we can extract here for a $5? I guess not. It's over here. Keynode. Yeah, I think I'm going to be using the low dice for these kinds of work. Havenage agent. Broadcasting out on the open network from here, leaving them open to data extraction. Alright, so I guess we're gonna use this last die in the scrapyard. Why not? Okay. Only one on the clearance though. Not that great. Okay, so next day we should have a lot of dice to work with. That'd be great. That would be really good. Should probably also eat? Oh, I guess we don't need to eat until we get hungry, so we'll leave that alone. For now, though, we have a lot of actions to work with, so that's good. Offloading scrap. I still don't know if I should be buying more scrap to trade, but I guess we can. Anyway, first things first, let's get some food. May as well. It won't hurt. Alright. Next, we need to get some work done. Shipyard. Maybe not that one. Okay. Let's try salvaging. And let's do one more salvage. Condition minus. Crap. Wasn't expecting a 25% negative on that one. Alright, clear. The final pieces of the winter light sit in neat piles waiting for the collection shuttle from Avenage. Dragus has managed to sell the remaining pieces to the shipyards, a fact that's hard to forget as he's been telling you about it for the past 2 cycles. And all that remains is for Avenage to come collect. You look around the yard, transformed from when you first arrived. But most of the repaired drones flit back and forth, no longer buzzing evenly or lost in dark corners. And the scrappers section sorted, and the system that you and Dragos have put into place over the past cycles paying off. As you look, you notice the glow of pale light from the office by the entrance. That rundown cap of a building which houses all the records and spare equipment. Dragos must be inside, and you must get to your feet and walk over to find out when the shipyard collection crew will be here. Knock. Sleeper, come in. You swing open the door and walk in. Dragos is sitting at the small metal desk. The shipyards told me they'd be coming here soon. Then they'll hand over the shits and we're set. He writes something with a stylus on his slate and shuts it off. Of course, we should talk about a bonus. He stands and turns to face you, his face placid. Look, I don't know when the next job's coming in, but this should tide you over for now. He opens his hand and reveals a stack of chits. What's going on here? I said it's a bonus, take it. Dragos presses the chits into your hand. I've done well by you and you've returned the favor. He straightens up and clears his throat, and you realize he has prepared what he is about to say. These chits are for you to take and do what you will with them. They are from me, and they are the last I'm going to give you. He pauses. There's no more work for a sleeper in this yard. He folds his arms. Sorry, but that's it. You stay in the container as long as you need, but the yard is done with you. He turns away to his terminal. I need what do you mean? Don't press me, sleeper. It's for your own good. The glassy apertures on Dragos' headset betray no emotion. You need to stay away, sleeper. He pauses, considering his words. Trouble's gonna start following you here. Trust me. How do you know? Dragos kicks at the floor, frustrated with himself. I'll not be saying any more, sleeper. Dragos suddenly grabs you by the shoulder and drags you out of the office into the yard. He turns you to face a stack of pieces from the winterlight, dissected, cut down. Totally unrecognizable as a ship. You came through that, sleeper. That should have been you. He chopped and stacked. His hand trembles on your shoulder. That is what happens. We cut down broken machines and move them on. Well, I didn't cut you down, but I'm sure as hell moving you on. Moving you on before whoever killed that ship out there comes to kill me. What do you mean? He shakes his head. These ships, they didn't get decommissioned. They didn't break down in dry dock. You think they'd look like that if they did? Someone ended them. That means someone tried to end you, sleeper. And I'm done waiting for them to turn up. We had our fun. Now it's time. He gives you a little shove. Go on. He turns and walks back to the office. That's it, he shouts, and goes inside. The silence hangs in the air and you leave, with your pockets filled with clinking chits, and a strangely hollow feeling in your chest. Okay, no more jobs. I can't even look at the ship anymore. I guess I should have done that, huh? Get to know Emphis, extract the past. Okay, I guess I should have extracted the ship for myself first before I tried to help him sell it off. Okay, this one is still loading. This one is still loading. What do with the rest of our actions here? Residential low-end block maintenance. Input device. Pay Tavla. Blackout filter caps can be heard in every concourse, and the residents play rotating rounds of this game for Ryuu. I guess let's do the block maintenance. Ooh, minus energy? At least it's just minus energy, but we didn't get any progress there. Alrighty then, in that case, let's check out a node and maybe hack this. Alright, we got 2 data. Hunter is gonna be alerted soon. That's not great. Maybe Feng can help, I don't know. Here's some data for you. That's one. How about another? 15 cryo for the data hack? Really? That's it? I feel like it should be a little bit more. I do have 160 now, I can move on to the next spot, but maybe we save it a little bit. Because we need food, and I guess we need to save some money for the next, what do you call this? Next thing. Alright. The next repair, that's what I was thinking. Okay, we're gonna be hunted. It won't be long before they get here. What am I supposed to do at that point? What can I do at that point? It doesn't look like I can do any hacking today. I don't have the necessary dice for that. Let's get some food. Alright. How does that get us? Sleeper! Emphas calls out to you, a booming voice that echoes through the corridor. Tell me a story. He throws a handful of chopped mushrooms into his wok, the fire leaping up to meet the oil. I see you. Cycle in, cycle out, but we never speak. Tell me a story. What kind? Any kind. He pauses to drizzle something from a plastic bottle into the wok, but one of yours. He looks up to you. Nothing stolen. You pause. The spice is rich in your nostrils, and think about the kind of story you'd like to tell Emphas. You look at Emphas, the listener, and imagine he's heard it all before. Perhaps he would enjoy a strange story, something with some spice. Tell him a ghost story. Tell him your dreams. He's probably heard dreams before. Let's give him a ghost story. You start simple. You tell Emphas about the routines and structures of a life of a sleeper. The S&ARP assignments, the freezing cold transport shuttles, the endless tedious days of work. You make it almost sound normal, as if you weren't all also struggling with your new bodies, your fractured minds, your harrowing depersonalization. This is for effect. Then you explain one assignment, a scrap detail in a facility left to rot for hundreds of cycles. The idea, you tell Emphas, was to rip the place to pieces, turn it all to scrap, and load it into freighters. Most of it was machine work, but they sent a couple of you down deep into the facility on a special order, to find the mainframe and disconnect it. You leave a dramatic pause for emphasis' sake. You lean in a little so the smoke of cooking fills your nostrils, and you tell them of the way the place moved, the way it shifted and changed in front of you, the way corridors twisted and pulsed like intestines, and at the rotten heart of it all, you tell him what you found. An empty suit, from which erupted a mass of metal, like a tree, like a forest. Great trunks of ribbed steel exploding from the faceplate. Buttresses of silicon stretching up into the shadows. And a mainframe that screamed when you cut it out. Emphas finishes cooking and squints a little at you. Sleeper, he smiles. You are quite the storyteller. He eyes you, and you realize that he's trying to gauge how honest you've been in your story. Emphas passes you the meal he has cooked, and you take it gratefully. As you eat, he talks, a natural exchange. Thank you, Sleeper. He looks around at the emptying market, but my time is done for today. I do not want to keep you longer, so I will make a proposal. He gestures to the plastic boxes of ingredients behind his stall. These are good enough for most, but someone told me a story that made me think, a couple of cycles ago. They said that across the gap, in the greenway, fresh mushrooms grow. Have you heard this? No. Neither had I. But I trust the ones who told me. Emphis begins packing up his things. Can you bring me some? I cannot cross the gap, and I worry about leaving my things behind. He smiles. I am sure a storyteller like you could handle the trip. I will prepare them for you, and if you wish to tell it, be the audience for another story. Alright. Good, booms Emphis. Then I will wait for you to bring them. Emphis slides his walk away and straightens up. I will prepare a recipe then, sleeper. Good luck with foraging. You turn away and walk back into the main market, the rich taste of Emphis' food still lingering in your mouth. Stories for food, you think. A trade that seems more than fair. I see. So we can still do food. And then we gotta find some mushrooms. Nice. Get to know Emphis. Did I, Oh, I didn't get any upgrade points for those things. Study the winter light. The past won't help you here. Here, your eyes need to be on the future. Repay Dragos. Get to know him. Track? Bring the mushroom. Ah, okay, so that's still a whole thing. Find a doctor. Wait for Sabine to acquire stabilizer. Buy a vial stabilizer. Yeah, it's gonna be a little while. Okay, I guess in the meantime... what can I do? Disable your tracker. Oh, you know what? Oh, help Feng with his leads. Extract the past. Extract the past. Get to know Emphis. Survive. I guess we gotta do the ship first. Gain access to Ort Fabricator. Alright, I guess we'll do that. Which is... where? Gain access to Ort Fabricator. Is this it? Pay for passage to where again? Founder's Gap in the ring station. Respoke. I'm really not sure where to go from here. What if we go to the market? Oh, I guess here. Risky action, sell components. Okay. You know what? Let's use the 6 here. Plus 19 cryo and trusted trader. Nice. I'll keep doing that then. I'm not sure what we'll find here, but better be good. I think for this one I'm gonna go ahead and trade in a scrap. Oh no, the ship's gone. Oh, crap. I thought that was still gonna be here. Well, that's not good. That's not good. All right, well then, I mean, as well. Okay, where does this get us? What does this get us? Fabricator ship mind. Ship mines cannot be built from scratch, but if you have enough, salvage fragments can be reassembled with a fabricator. 3 ship mines. We got 1. And I forgot where I got this. I forgot where I got this. Okay, well, I have some action stuff. What am I gonna do with this? I can't do any hacking. I guess we can do some shipbuilding. Is this a shipbuilder? Ooh, minus energy? That's not the worst thing. Oh, geez, 25% each time. The failure rate is kind of crazy sometimes. Okay, we are gonna need some food. I think by the time I get to like 2 dice, that's when I heal myself. But before then, we should be fine. Alright, Let's get some food from you. Looks like we have a couple of small dice that we can use for hacking. Average agent. I don't know if that's something I want to do just yet, but we are going to want this Solheim thing for the quest, so let's do that. And we're going to get hunted, I think. Oh no, not quite hunted yet. Because I think we get hunted at 6. Oh, merchant freighter? Haggle over prices. Engage. You and the merchants know these fragments are overpriced, but are they willing to admit it? You'll get one chance to see. But we need a skill upgrade and engage to be able to do that. Buy ship mine fragments. I could do that, but I feel like there's other ways to get them. All right, let's do this first, though. Oh wait, that's ship mine. This thing. All right. As you enter the bay, Feng is nowhere to be seen. The banks of servers and machines blink out of the dark in staccato rhythms. Unseeing eyes of the station's digital ghosts. Shitheads! Feng's voice echoes from behind the stack, followed by the hammer of a fist on a metal casing. These snaky shitheads! Who's snaky? Sleeper! Feng's smiling head pops out from behind the stack. Just the emulated consciousness I have been eager to see! Come back here. You pick your way between the thrumming stacks, trying not to trip on the loose bundles of cables that blanket the dark floor. Feng is sat in front of a set of monitors, mounted to a stack. Tell me, Sleeper, what do you see here? Feng waves at a monitor to his side, glowing with pale lists of information. You lean in closer, looking for the links in the data. The tables seem to be filled with personal information, names, genders, dates, ID numbers. All the markers of institutional records. People. Yes, people, but whose people? Solheim? Bingo. He taps at the terminal. I pulled these from the old data you brought in, and all employees of the Eye's original owners. And he leans past you and scrolls the list down. This one. This is a snaky shithead. He stabs at the screen with a finger. The name reads Hardin Hearst. Friend of yours? Feng gives you a sideways look. Funny you should say that, Sleeper. He drags a stool out beside him and motions for you to sit. There just so happens to be a Hardin Hearst in Havenage. He awaits for your reaction. In Havenage. That's it. He's right here on the station now. Feng leans back in his chair. Just think about it. Decades ago, Hardin worked on this station as a... Feng leans across to look at the monitor. Senior Strategic Operations Executive. Feng raises his eyebrows at you. Our Hardin was keeping the money coming in for Solheim. He defined priority growth initiatives by making sure the extractors they contracted out were hooked into a system that outsourced all the risks and kept the profit. Good old Hardin shuttled thousands of Palladium rush workers into an infrastructure, which meant that their cut of the work they did went straight back to Solheim. So what? So what? He frowns. I grew up here, Sleeper. This is my history. I'm a child of the collapse. Feng turns back to his screen, staring hard at the strings of code flickering by. Before I was born, my parents were Solheim contractors. They ate in Solheim canteens, worked on Solheim ships. They breathed Solheim air and slept in Solheim beds. Feng's voice rises as he speaks. His hands fists into the terminal edge. His hands fists on the terminal edge? And the work that paid for their existence? The cycles of hard extraction in the belt? Solheim took their cut. This was a company town, so to speak, and my parents were just another in the long line of freelance contractors willing to risk their lives for a shot anything other than poverty, disposable. This guy, stabbing at Hardin once again with his finger, strategized all that, did the sums, and then somehow, thousands and thousands of cycles later, is still going, still here, crawling in the walls like some shithead snake. He survived the revolution. But how? These guys, they were big time. There's a lot of money you can get that can get you if you they were big time. There's a lot of money. Oh, there's a lot money can get you if you're a company man. Okay, I'm reading things wrong. Feng relaxes a little. But how is Hardin still kicking? I really don't know. He turns to you and smiles. So, we are going to find out. Hardin is now a big shot in the shipyards, just a few degrees back around the eye from here. Feng brings up a map of the lower eye. Havenage might be born of Erlin's revolutionary zeal, but a flat hierarchy it is not. Hardin happened to float to the top. Feng zooms in on the far yards. Feng grimaces. The thing is, I don't have access to those systems. The shipyard crew is pretty paranoid and they don't like anyone from systems digging around in their stuff. Plus we need more than just the name of a Solheim executive. We need proof. Feng holds up a thumbnail-sized drive. That's where this little creation of mine comes in. I call it a ripper worm. He turns the drive between his fingers. It'll rip through any digital storage and spin out a silken thread of filtered data. There is one set on the scent. This one is set on the scent of Hardenhurst. He hands it over. Getting it into the compound might be tricky. Feng puts a hand on your shoulder, but you, however, have a particular knack for remote access. Feng grins. If you can extract yourself a Harvinage cipher from a Harvinage agent, they sometimes carry them among their data caches. You can crack open the compound's network and slot the worm in through any open port. You never even need to go near the shipyards. So, what do you say? Up for it? What's in it for me? Rooting out a corrupt snake not enough? Find the information, I'll start work on that tracker of yours. Feng scratches at his chin. Anything the worm gets, it'll send it back here to me. There's something wrong here and I aim to get to the rotten core of it. You leave Feng digging through data among the wires and machines of the old station. As you walk out, you try to imagine the eye as it once was. A vast machine running smooth and strong, directed by people like Hardin. A vast Solheim-built machine into which thousands poured into the surrogate systems, looking for a new life. The hope of a better future, engineered to line someone else's pockets. It's an idea you are intimately familiar with. You think of Hardin, still alive, still part of this place, and wonder if the past has ever truly passed. Okay, I guess we gotta do more hacking, because I don't have any other idea what else I can do. Disable tracker, extract the past. So now we gotta hack for agents. Okay, so here's an agent. I did see a few of them before. And hopefully... Ooh, what do we have here? Ripper worm? Self-guided program that scalps data from closed networks. Havenger data, Havenger cipher. Oh, that is alerting the hunter. That is not good. Yadagun agent. There's another agent. Can I use this cipher? I guess not. Can I use the Ripper Worm? I guess not. Alright, I guess we gotta use a dice for that one. A dice I do not have. But we have one for this Havenage cipher place. Okay, gate 4 access, which gets us what? Port stuff? Ripper worm? Shipyard server slotted. Okay, that didn't do anything to the hunter. Oh, this thing is a unit by itself, the circle. Okay. Well, we got that much. I have agents. Keynode, agent, keynode, agent. Okay, I guess there's nothing else I can do there. What else should I do? Orb fabricator? We need ship mines. Do we have money for ship mines? Okay, I guess let's do this first. Shipyard Rip. Fang's Ripper Worm is installed, but it'll take a few cycles to run through the closed network. Okay. I guess we go to the shipyard for now. All materials. Can only gain favor by grabbing a load of materials and asking the nearest yard where to take them. Or we can assist with a shipbuilding. I think I'm going to assist with a shipbuilding. But... oh! -1 makes the... makes the dice slightly worse. Oh, I did not know that. Interesting. Alright, I guess we'll keep assisting for now then. Yeah, because I have no idea what else to do, so... alright, I guess that's it. We are gonna be hunted soon, so that's not great. That's not great at all. Okay, I have 200 credits. I could move to the next area. But I don't know if that's gonna do anything for us useful. Alright, I guess we'll just rest for now and hope they don't get us right away. Okay, they're probably gonna get us next turn, whatever that might entail. Let's go and get some food. Make sure we keep ourselves topped up. Board exchange. This one's going. I could. Wait, hold up. I guess I could hack another agent, but for now, there's no need to. So, in the meantime, what's at the rotunda? Steel dock plants, critical action. Positive or neutral? I think I wanna guarantee on that one. Yeah, we're gonna want to guarantee on that one. So let's I guess keep helping with the shipyard for now. Keep helping with this. Alright. Okay, and then the iffy ones. Yeah, I had a feeling. Oh, nice. Alright. Next turn is going to be interesting. Okay, we have a guarantee, and we're being hunted. Is this a hunter? Cynical bounty hunter. Hold it there, sleeper. Comes a voice from behind you. Don't you run. Stay still. Good, good. A hand pats down your coat. Pats your coat down. You know your master's voice. Ethan spins you around. He's wearing a wide smirk and a slick jacket, and you immediately know he is terrible news. You got all the way out here and then stayed put? He laughs a cruel laugh. That's a sleeper thing? You're my first. You barely hear him. You've noticed the handgun he has leveled at your chest, and it's hard to take your eyes off it. He reaches down with his other hand and slips some kind of ring out from a belt loop without taking his eyes off you. Making it to the eye, though, that's pretty good. This place isn't so bad. Bars, markets, people. I pull most of my contracts out of asteroid caves or off of godforsaken moons. He splits the ring into 2 perfect circles. It's hard to hit civilization where there's so much space to pass through. Who are you? Just a freelancer on a contract. He reaches over to slide the rings around your wrists. Go easy. Make a break for it. He reaches over to slide rings around your wrists. Make a break. You see a chance the moment his eyes leave you to watch the rings. You spin, knocking him away and sprinting down the corridor. Then the shot rings out, echoing off the metal so loud it hurts your ears. A bullet hole smokes in the wall beside your head. You freeze and Ethan closes the gap. It's a very boring routine. Trust me, I've seen it all before. He slips the ring over your trembling wrists. Ethan nudges you to start walking. To the ship and home. He whistles away, going easy. You stumble down the corridor, your hands behind you, your mind racing. Who hired you? Your daddy's at SNR. They want you home for dinner. Ethan yawns and continues to nudge you down the corridor. Shame you come all the way out here just to head back to SNR right away. That tracker of yours makes us too quick. Was hoping you'd put up a bit more of a chase, you know? A running battle through Bright Market maybe, or a holdout in Low End. There's a few establishments I would have enjoyed checking out while I asked around. You walk on in silence for a little longer, desperately trying to think of a way to escape. That SNR tracker will be the death of you. Hey, I have an idea. Ethan interrupts your thoughts. How about on the way back to the ship we stop for a drink? I'm buying. He laughs his own joke. I have a better idea. This better not be one of those where you do a dramatic pause and then try to jump me, because I'm pretty tired of that. Although, muses Ethan, I've got myself thinking, what's the rush here? Here we are in one of the most lawless joints in the surrogate systems and we're heading for the exit. He pauses and you trudge on in silence. Okay, here's the idea. Starts Ethan. You and me, we make a little agreement. Here are the terms. He turns to face you. You run, or leave, or try to abandon the eye. I shoot you. You plot or scheme. You try to kill me. I shoot you. But, he smiles. You come meet me at an establishment of my choice every few cycles, and you pay my tab. I don't shoot you. He pauses. You don't pay my tab, he rattles his gun. You get the idea. You're letting me go? Not at all. Let's call it open custody. You're free to mooch around the eye as long as you keep paying up. He stretches. You know, I really thought I was going to have to kill you, but this is so much better. He clicks something at his belt and the rings release from your wrist. I'm going to see if I can find my old stool at the compressor club. Come see me there. He aims the handgun at you, squinting down the sight. Let me just remind you, that body of yours is one big tracker. So don't even think about leaving the eye. I'll know it. Ethan turns and strides off down the corridor, slipping his handgun away. The mix of relief and terror you feel is overwhelming. What are you going to do? I guess we're stuck with this guy for a while. Wow, okay. It's a ship mind. Disable tracker. Definitely gotta disable the tracker. Ah, jeez. Where's that? Oh, it's this place. You see Ethan at a distance shouting from the bar for more drinks. The building gonna be small, is it? Probably not. Okay, so we gotta get rid of our tracker and then we might lose him eventually. Extract your pass, hack the shipyard and slot the ripple worm. We have done that. Get to know Emphis. I need to find a way to get more money, otherwise it's gonna be tough going into the next area. Oh, how else am I gonna get money around here actually? What if we do a haul material? Actually no, hold up. I was gonna save that 6 for stealing plants. Let's see if that's still on the table. Steal dock plants. Okay, we got it. Dock watcher. You walk into the security office and a shift change. Walk right back out with plants. Moments later. Simple. And did that get us anything? Mercenary. How do you say this name? Ankita? Hey you, wanna earn a chit? Ankita stands beside a huge pile of tied down hull plates. Oh, that's a woman. She stretches out her back, her shoulders bulging beneath her flight suit. Sure. You cross the docking concourse as she begins to split the plating into 2 bundles. What's with this place? She asks as she lashes the massive plates together. Everyone wants their cut. She straightens up to an imposing height, her armor plates creaking, and looks you up and down. Don't try anything, alright? She taps the butt of her sidearm. I don't want to have to put anyone else down today. Anyone else? She shrugs. What can I say? My temper's a little short lately. Ankita hoists one bundle of plating onto her shoulder. Come on then, enough chat. You got to earn that chit. You struggle to shoulder the plates, but you do eventually. Ankita gives you a look. Ship's this way. She sets off down a gantry at impressive speed. As you catch up to her, she turns down a passage, pushing through a small crowd of stevedoors. That is stevedores. Why are you doing this yourself? What's all this for? Oh, this? She nods at the plates on her back. I'm building a treehouse. She gives you another one of her looks. It's for the ambergris, that cutter you might have seen sitting silent out there. She rapidly turns another corner as you trail behind. She got cut up pretty bad on our last job and had to moor up here for a spell. But since it's only gotten worse, someone's got in and sliced the core of our ship mine. So now she's gone dark. She shifts the panels on her shoulder. The upshot is that I'm short 1 ship mind, with a ton of repairs to do, and the rest of the crew signed off the moment they got wind I'd been stranded. So yeah, it's been a time. Anything I can do to help? I don't know, got a ship mind tucked away in the frame of yours? For a moment, you aren't sure if she's serious. Ankita swings the plates from her back, almost knocking you over in the process. This is me. She hauls the second bundle off her shoulder. You're the first person I've met here who might actually be considered helpful. She pauses, chewing her bottom lip. Look, you want to help? Come see me. I need a hand putting Amber back together, and you don't seem like the type to try anything stupid. She passes the bundles of plates to the ambergris's outer lock and then turns back. Just don't go spreading all this around. Ankita throws you a couple of chits. Consider it a bonus for not trying to grift me. She gives you a parting nod and ducks through the doorway. Alright, get out of here. She calls back and lock slam shut. The lock slam shut. Okay. I'm getting myself into all sorts of trouble. What the heck is going on? Overlooked bar, grimy space haunt? There's this other bar. What's over here? Buy rations. Expired Sohan rations behind the bar for those weary spacers who ask why the Overlook doesn't serve food. So I can buy food here if I'm a little short. There's also drink. You're unsure if your frame can metabolize alcohol, but this fungal drink fermented along the greenway seems like a good test. Why would I want to try to get drunk? Overlook isn't exactly a restaurant, meaning the only way you'll gain trust around it is with a stiff drink. I see. Sealed dock? Oh, I can use a key here, and I got 2 of those. Encrypted key. I did get these earlier. I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing, but I did get these earlier. So this might be useful for something. What's this? Mysterious machine. Holy crap, it's a vending machine. A vending machine that looks very interesting. Stickers and such. As you slip inside the sealed dock, a pulsing light grabs your attention. Among the discarded tubing and rusted plates, a machine flickers with a warm glow. Approach. As you get closer, you recognize the machine's blocky shape, settled into an alcove in the side of the dock. A kind of upright cabinet. It is covered in faded logos and messages, from which you assume it was once an industrial vendor, intended to dispense and manufacture ship fittings and other mechanical parts necessary for the regular runnings of freight and resource-extracted vessels. The manufacturer is listed as Neovend, and you remember an advert from long ago, squeezed among all the off-world recruitment drives that assaulted every planet-born citizen, which chirpily sang that name over and over. You wipe a layer of dust from the cracked screen, thinking of those contractors squeezed by their own corporate employers to pay for every bit of minor maintenance on their rented ships. Enter your registration. Chirps a pre-recorded message catching you off guard. Press some keys. You reach for the keypad and something begins whirring. At first it sounds like servo motors starting up, but it quickly becomes a whisper, a whining, then a multi-tonal voice that emanates from Neovend. Entity, they hiss, speak with me. Who's there? There's a squeal, almost like some strange mechanical swallowing or intake of breath, before the machine speaks again. I have need of you. You have need of me. That squeal comes again, and you see that it is the 3D printing apparatus in the upper part of the machine, resetting into place, so that each time the servos can be orchestrated to produce that whirring, whining voice. I see, so this thing up here, that kind of looks like it has an XD face? You're in danger. Danger. The machine creaks. You are marked for deletion, entity. Hunter tracks you, I know that. The screech rattles through the empty dock. You remember the strange head, the figure, the threads closing in. Who? The Hunter protocol. They taste your signature. The sudden whine sets your teeth on edge. You have seen them. It is the gift of an emulated mind. You close your eyes and the skeleton of the station starts to thrum. Emulated minds are adaptable. Move where neurons cannot. The mechanism resets, but emulation makes you a target. How? Hunter searches for illegal entries. Neovend screeches. You are sentient, therefore illegal. The servos judder the vending machine's casings as they reset. Hunter searches for me also. Hide in this machine. You look at the ruined vending machine, an unusual hiding place for sure. Can counter Hunter, but need entity outside machine. The light flickers. Need you. A screen attached to the vending machine with a swiveling arm comes to life. It displays a flickering map of the station, ghostly, threaded. The cloud points along the rim glow with deep red. Hunter is always gathering. Too much data. Must build nests, explains Neovend. Masters are gone but continues hunt. Bring this data. Raid its nests. Why can't you? Hunter will find me. Then killer will come. The machine trembles with effort. I cannot leave machine. Connections must remain closed. Bring offerings. Save self. Neovend says pointedly. Mutual need means friends, they conclude. Tired of the conversation. The whirring amplifies and then suddenly stops, as mechanisms within the machine click back into place. The glow fades and you are left stood in the dark of the sealed dock, that whirring voice ringing in your ears. What the heck was that? Sealed dock, I guess the vending machine needs something from us? Do we have anything to give you? No, we have no Hunter data. Hunter's compulsive data gathering might hold the key to escaping tenacious search. Do I have any Hunter data I can get? We have Keynode, we have Keynode. Havench agent. What's this one? Another Havench agent. I do not want to tap that just yet. Havench port. Hunter's Nest. This is new. A 1 or a 3? Okay, how about this one? A 2 or a 1? I'll take the 2. Okay. Did I alert it? Oh, one more to alert it. I don't know if it's a good idea to do another one. Oh, there's 3 of them. Okay, at least next cycle, Feng should be able to help us out, I'm hoping. I'm hoping. Alright, we give you one of these things. It's probably only going to do 1 cycle's worth of progress. Yep, that's what I was afraid of. Okay, Amber. Amber, hull repairs, needs all the help she can get. Rewire drones. Don't want to do that critical action here. I think we need a 6 for that one. Actually, what's going on here? Sealed dock. Oh, I can't do the other stuff here anymore. Because we did the stealing thingy. Okay, well, let's try to help you out. Ship shape. Ship shape. Nice. I guess let's get some more food. That might be helpful for the next day. Yeah, we also have the ship mine stuff, but we don't have any ship mines to trade in. So that's not good. Alright, we are filled, and we are not in good condition for the next couple of days, are we? Alright, I think this video is gonna end here, but I think I got myself into a whole lot of trouble, especially since the hunter has come. But Feng might have something for us that's gonna get the hunters off our backs. I'm hoping. But the stakes are slowly increasing right now, and oh geez, it's definitely a pain in the butt. All right, well, I'll see you guys later. Hope you enjoy this, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.